Everything you do holds value. There are no shortcuts. You went to every fucking corner, made a left turn or a right turn, and then you went down the next path. Ensured everything in the opportunity was presented, that you got the most out of each situation you could. If you come up short, you know it's not from your lack of effort. You got beat honestly, and that's fine. But you'll never look back on that event and say, fuck, if only I did that. What if I did this? Too fucking late for that.
To fight for what I believe in, chase after my dreams. Nothing's ever gonna be given to you. Everything's gonna be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not gonna get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Your life is already, planned out. So the only thing you can do is just live every day like it's your last day and be the best person that you can be. Don't try to impress the people on the outside, impress God first.
Pain is a weird thing. Like, it's kind of like not even real, I think one of my greatest strengths is just having a strong mind, just being determined and having a never give up mentality and just like pushing forward no matter what. I don't have the highest VO2 max. I'm not the most talented runner. I'm not the fastest, but I have a really, really strong mind and I'm never gonna give up and I'm always just gonna keep pushing forward.
That's what the winner does. And throughout that process of going, whether you're building a business, you're building a family, you're building your body, you're whatever it is that you're doing, I'm telling you right now, man, as a winner, 80% of the time you're gonna feel like you're failing. 15% of the time you're gonna feel like you're just treading water. You just got your nose above the waterline. 4% of the time you feel like it's fucking over. This is it, I'm about to tap out, but you don't, because that 1% of the time, my friend.
The bigger the bullseye, the bigger the dream, the bigger the goal, the more propensity and easier it is for you to have those moments where you feel overwhelmed, where you feel like you are just treading water, like you're about to drown. You're drowning in the self-doubt. You're drowning in the obstacles. You're drowning in the opposition. And that is to be human.
I think every young man should learn how to fight. I think there would be way less fights because of it. And I don't think you have to be a mean person to learn martial arts. I think it's a skill, and I think you learn it, and then once you start getting good at it, it starts actually becoming fun. And the people who you practice it with, you become close with.
Yeah. And Holyfield, he left that and bite his throat off. He knew he was wrong. He shouldn't have did what he did. He violated me and in turn I violated him. But just because I'm that type of person, I'm that extreme of a person, they fingered me to be a monster. I am who I am, and I'm gonna die being who I am, and I'm gonna live being who I am. This is just who I am. And if you can't handle me being who I am, you have a problem within yourself.
You need to reassess things if you're not progressing. Something needs to change. Maybe it's your diet, maybe you need more rest. Whatever that factor is, you need to look at it and try and find out what it is.
And this lifestyle we have is pretty strict and can make you mentally feel not good. But yeah, what triggered that is hard to say.
Nutrition is very, very important. With things becoming clear, spending time alone is very, very important. Getting on your routine to do things that you enjoy is very, very important. All these things will put you on track to find who you are and your purpose.
I look at everybody and say, I'm the most trained person here. I've gone through more mental torture than any of you all can even fathom. Yeah. So I'm looking at the baddest people on the planet. I'm looking at them like this. You guys can't hold a stick. So I started looking at verses like I don't belong here, versus like I might be the baddest person to ever come here.
If you have a dream, if you have a goal in life that you want to accomplish, I can tell you, hard work, dedication, determination. Always have that dream. Continue to have that vision. Because when you continue to propel forward, you will see accomplishments.
One of the biggest diseases in this life is this aggressive pursuit for comfort. And comfort will erode your soul. Comfort will erode your resolve. Comfort will make you less patient. It will make you less kind. It will make you less resilient. Because I do think every man was created, every human being was created for a battle to fight, an adventure to have, and a beauty to win.
You have to do it for you because no one will see the amount of work. You know, like if you want credit for the work, you've already lost. You can get credit for the outcome, but you will never get credit for the work. Like you have to accept that, real. You have to accept that. You will never get credit for the work. If anything, you will get criticized for the work. The people around you say you work too much. They'll try and pull you away from the work. But the work needs doing.
Do you believe in you, period? Take away your jersey, take away your number, take away that thing that's on the back of your shirt, your family name. Do you believe in you? That if you didn't have sports, you would be successful. I don't give a darn if I had sports or not. I was still gonna be something and somebody, and I was still gonna affect and impact our society.
3 things that has helped me get to the point that I am now, and something that you can take with you is study. You know, a lot of athletics is not just a physical thing. You know, I try to study my competition. I try to study nutrition. I'm big on the mental game when it comes to being an athlete.
If I put more days in work, then he's not going to be able to catch up. Yeah. Because in the heat of the battle, when it comes time for us to go head to head, you're going to gas me for me. If I take my body through hell in training camp, what can you possibly do to me? You know, I already been through the fire.
I talked to a group of lawyers this week. When I got done, one guy came over to me frustrated. Man, I keep on failing. Took me 4 times to pass the bar. I'm trying to start my business. I keep on failing at that. The whole time he was talking to me, I started smiling. He goes, why are you smiling? I said, because you missed it. I don't see failure. I see grit.
It's a heartbeat, guys, at the end. That really wins it. At the toppest level of competition, everyone's got the talent. Everyone's got the perseverance. Everyone has it all. And everyone wants it. But somebody wants it more. Someone's heartbeat is constantly beating for it. Not just when people are watching, not just in training, but when they're sleeping, they're dreaming of it. It's a constant cycle.
Consistency is the most reliable trait that all of the successful people that I've been around have got. Like, no one is successful who isn't consistent. Consistency won't guarantee success, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't be successful. And electing to do hard things very regularly would probably be a close second.
You need to love pain to be an athlete. And I know no pain, no this, whatever, all the, you know, the, correct. Oh my, no, this is real. You need to love pain.
No matter what happens, you're going to live in a beautiful state.
My advice is that one day you're going to look back on all the things you're currently going through and you're going to be glad they happened. If you have the right mental model, if you change how you think, one day you will look back and be glad they happened. And the most fantastic thing about changing the way you think is, regardless of what people say to you or despite the fact they tell you it's not true, I promise you, one of the only things on the planet you can control is what you think.
Any state that's a beautiful state is really the core essence of who you are without fear.
And the other thing that's so interesting about being alive is that you're all in. No matter what you do, you're all in. This is going to kill you. So I think you might as well play the most magnificent game you can while you're waiting.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever.
Life is, you could look at like, man, what's been inspiring for me? If you said, oh, Tom, what are the greatest wins? I'd be like, the wins, those are, yeah. You know, let's talk about the losses. Those are the ones that really, you know, made me who I am. And you know, as you go through life, and we're all adults, things happen in life that you don't want to have happen. Whether you lose a game or whether things don't go well at work or something with your child. There's a lot of things that come up in our personal and professional lives that just don't go the way we want.
And if you change the way you view things, you change the perspective, you'll be happy that it's happened to you.
So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose.
As long as you can be in a place where you're constantly looking to the next place, next place, next place, next place, and you don't let anything get in the way of that or hinder that, then you have a really good chance to be everything you ever wanted to be in life.
Going day. Stay hard. You are behind. You off for 7 years. You are behind. You should have anxiety. You should have urgency. You should want to go. And you shouldn't try to run from that anxiety, because that anxiety is telling you, hey, bro, it's time to get your gear. It's time to get going. Whatever it is that you want out of your life, make that start happening. And that's going to require you to become the best version of you, which means staying sober, which means getting fit, which means getting educated, which means stopping filling your mind with mindless and start filling your mind with that's going to make you better. And if you do these things and you go out every single day and you check off win after win after win after win, you'll be able to catch up to everybody else pretty quick. Because while everybody else may not have been off, the way that you have been, they still only go half speed. So if they're going half speed and you can pick it up to actually execute at full speed, you'll catch and pass those people.
If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? Yourself or the man that's beside you? Or the man that you know you'll give everything in your heart for? We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do, to lay your foundation, to make whatever mark you're gonna make, whatever legacy you're gonna leave your legacy. And it's found through effort.
The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold.
Here, you develop discipline and you practice it over and over and over again. There's literally nothing that you can't become, create, or build if you win day by day by day.
And when you can do that, man, when you start seeing the future, willing to sacrifice today for that kind of opportunity to mature into a reality, man, you're really thinking the right way. You're that person that sees the journey ahead as, yes, we still have a long way to go, but man, we sure have come a long way up to now. Most people quit because they focus on how far to go still, never realizing how far they've already come.
It was brutal. It's a brutal journey every day, and everyone's, well, are you happy? If anybody knows my life story, and I try to give you just a snippet of it, where I'm at today is in front of Joe Rogan telling you my life. To get through where I became, to get through where I'm at now, there's nothing but pride I have for myself that I can't really show people.
First of all, this is what it takes. Are you prepared to do this? Are you going to do this? Yes or no? You're going to let yourself down? You're going to be a pussy? You're going to be weak?
So take my advice, please, and eat 6 to 10 meals a day and start growing. Start getting those results. And stop asking stupid questions because we all know the goddamn answers. How do I get bigger? You eat more.
Do you really think I'm afraid of you?
Hey, that's fine. Okay, no, I don't.
Scared? You think I'm afraid of you, man? Are you crazy in your head, man? I'm not scared of you. You'll see Saturday if I'm scared of you.
All right.
Like I told you, if I never made $1 and I was on my quest to be Mr. Olympia, I still would have done it.
You want to get outside of yourself and simply observe, right? And not be thinking about yourself as much.
Ever wonder why Kobe Bryant was fearless in the clutch? How John Jones could lose 4 rounds in a row and knock his opponent out in the 5th? It's not talent. They expected to win, and their brain wired their body to match that expectation. If you don't believe you're capable of winning, your brain literally slows you down, weakens your muscles, and makes you hesitate in big moments.
What happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was going to beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. He had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out.
There's only one lesson you will learn from going half-assed, and that is that you should have done more. That's all you'll learn, because one thing about being an athlete is that you will lose the ability, but you can gain the mentality.
People create their own realities and they discount their ability to create their own realities, and so they're creating their reality by default without realizing it. You know, we see so many people that live a miserable life, but then you talk to them and you listen to them talk, and what do they talk like? They talk like a miserable person, and they expect the worst.
I was always on track with everything. I mean, everything was structured. I lived in a box in order to be the best.
I have wrestled with an alligator. I have tussled with a whale. I have handcuffed lightning throat under jail. Man, you know, only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. Fast. I'll be declared as the greatest of all time.
Every year, your mindset should be, as you go into the new year, how do I beat last year?
You want to live a miserable, frustrated, torturous existence? Dream about how great things could be and do nothing about it. That's going to be very painful for you from here until the end of your life. And then at the end of your life, you're going to regret your entire life because you're going to say, well, shit, I knew what to do, but I just didn't do it.
There's so many people who just don't know how to be honest with themselves and transparent with themselves. And that's why you're not where you want to be. Someone is telling you like, oh, it's okay to fail. It's okay, which it is okay to fail. The question should be, are you okay with failure, right?
I'm not scared to die. I've been dead my whole life. And sometimes I wake up and I'm Michael Beasley. Sometimes I wake up and I can't find it. I hate watching things over. You know, I can only see myself in the replay. You get to see the real thing.
I don't really want to work out. I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project. I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. I get up and get out of bed.
People always wait for the perfect conditions to start, but they don't realize starting is the perfect condition. There's always going to be a reason why you shouldn't do something. An excuse, a path of least resistance you could take. It's on you to hold yourself accountable, to do what you say you're going to. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second is right now.
Everyone's in their own head. Everybody wants to get better, but they're all stuck in their head and they don't do shit because you're all scared out here. Everyone's scared. You know why? Because you're not humble. Once you realize you're nothing, then you can't be beat. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can make my feelings feel hurt. Nobody can stop me. You know why? Because I don't think I'm anybody. So what the fuck are you saying? Once you lean into humility, it's over. Nobody can beat you.
Before I fight, I actually pray that nobody gets hurt, you know? I don't want to hurt him or I don't want to get hurt. But I'm not scared to lose or scared to get hurt in a fight. I expect to get hit, you know? I know I'm not going to go in there and not get hit. It's a fight. It's like going to work in the office and not touching paper or something, you know? You're going to get hit. It's part of the job.
I'll never understand the excuse of, well, it's going to take too long. Like, yeah, I want to do that or I want that thing, but it's going to take too long to achieve it. The time is going to pass regardless. Let's say it is going to take 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, whatever it is. That time is going to pass whether you want it to or not. And if you put in the fucking work starting now, at the end of that time, you could actually have everything that you wanted rather than being in the same exact spot as you are now, if not first.
Don't waste that potential, man. Don't waste that potential. I might not be able to ever lift 260 pounds again. You might go paralyzed. Imagine that. Imagine the last day that you could train hardest. You did it! You're doing yourself a disservice.
Pull legs, upper, lower, bro split, what's the best? Listen, I have said this since day one. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do, you're just not allowed to be a pussy. Can't do it. Any of this shit works. It all works to some degree. You just have to figure out what works best for you and stop being a complete whiny vagina.
Guys come to me and they're asking me, what about this carb backloading something? I'm like, man, I never heard of that. What is that? I don't care which information you got. Keep it simple, keep it basic. But don't forget this, it's about hard work. There's no special routine, special diet that can get you out of the hard work. Well, when should I change my routine? When should I change that? Every 6 weeks? Every 8 weeks? Like, no. If it's an exercise that it works, you don't need to change it. Don't get caught up in the technicalities and the fancy routine and stuff too much.
How do you figure out that these windows are better than those windows? What does it take to break it? The way I'm going to define toughness to you, because I'm talking about mental toughness, and I think everybody can relate to it. What does it take to break you? If you really think about toughness and mental toughness, what does it take to break you? What does it take to break your focus? What does it take to make you give in because of how you feel, or you're tired? What does it take to break you?
You gotta be a little bit crazy. You gotta be a little bit of a maniac. Some people are gonna call you a lot of different things, and you gotta be okay with it. Success, to me, is not a part-time thing, is not a full-time thing. It is an all-the-time thing. In any industry, athlete, business, entrepreneurship, doesn't matter.
2 years later, you look back and you look at the lesson you learned from the whole experience, and you actually have to go back and hug that person and go, hey man, thank you for that time. It made me a better motherfucker today because of what you did. Made me a better person. We're not going to agree with everything that happens along the way. but it's made us who the fuck we are today.
This is how you win big in 2026. I need you to shift from preparation mode to action mode. Look, I love that there's so much free content out there between all the social media platforms and then long form content like YouTube. But if you decide that you're going to start going into information gathering mode, it becomes an endless endeavor. Like you find yourself in this constant and perpetual state of preparation and you never really get into action. So I'm here to tell you, you got to shift from preparation to action.
I never think about somebody can make me scared in the fights, so and when I see somebody can make me just excited to fight him, but make scared, that's not a big thing. Just go there and fight. Fighting all my life. I will be die anyway, but better to do something before, so I'm happy.
You said my edge is my willingness to sacrifice. Tell us about that.
I'm willing to sacrifice my body. I'm willing to sacrifice my psychological health to just be the best in the world. And that's what really sacrificing. You really have to sacrifice your life, regardless if it's a marriage. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your life for a marriage, or sacrifice your life for a goal you want to accomplish. And that's the goal the rule that I've always taken, is sacrificing the objective.
You gotta be him before you become him. Unpack that.
You have to live his lifestyle.
The lifestyle of a champion.
Of the champion, you look at the champion. That's how it starts. You look at somebody, I want to be like him. You don't say, hey, I'm a bad motherfucker. I want to fight everybody out there. Nobody's going to kick my ass. You see somebody and say, hey, I might want to do that.
So inspiration, the source of inspiration.
Absolutely.
So is that what got you to be willing to be disciplined, to get what you want, like to become a champion? At 14 years old, I'm willing to do everything it takes to be a champion?
Absolutely. My whole objective is your total surrender, your total domination. I'm going to destroy you.
You're going to lose your mother. You're going to lose your father. You're going to lose animals and humans that you love. It's going to happen. You're going to lose money, and at the same time, people are also going to hurt you even though you don't even know what you did wrong. Things like this are going to happen in this lifetime.
It's not fucking rocket science. You pick up weights, lift them, put them out. If you want to put on a lot of weight, eat more food. Eat a bit of junk food. You want to get really ripped, just train as heavy as you can, add cardio, and eat super clean. People ask me questions. I want to get big arms, stick to the basics.
Well, I read a study that says,
study. I was like, why don't you just go ask bodybuilders who've been doing it for 20, 30 years? I said, I don't give a shit what study you got.
Go to bed as soon as you come home from work, after you've eaten, shower. Wake up early, because that early time, you have the most energy, hit the gym, and then go to your job. That's your day. Your day is 4 hours from, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's your life, and that's your only way out. There's no 9 to 5. That's going in. That's not real.
The whole secret is most of us don't realize somewhere between 45 and 55% of what we do is habitual. And the great thing about habit is you don't have to think. So now your brain is free to do other things. That's the value of making something habitual. The weakness of making it habitual is you don't grow.
Blink and cure your mind. Change the software. You don't feel happy. You don't feel sad. You're either busy with things you need to do, or you've done enough to have a short respite before the next day. And your job is to become as important and capable and dangerous as possible. That's it.
I did not care. I unfollowed literally like everybody from my hometown and my high school because I knew that they were not friends. I didn't have friends like that. They were people I maybe had classes with, and I knew some people even talked trash behind my back when I started trying to make content because I looked like an idiot when I had like 2 followers and I'm vlogging with cameras and stuff like that. You cannot care what people think about you. This is your life. This is your world. Make the best out of it. If you care about what other people are going to think of you, it's going to limit you from doing things. So might as well do those things because one day you're going to regret it if you don't.
It takes 1 second of energy to steal everybody's, and then you have all the energy you need. That's all you need. You need to look at someone's eyes. You know how it is when you fight somebody, you broke that motherfucker. He's like, oh God, man, I don't want to go back to the next round. And you feel like, my God, I can fight all day. I can fight all day long. That's what taking souls is.
The beauty about sport is your ability to be vulnerable and giving yourself that opportunity. You're vulnerable to losing, but you have to have that vulnerability to win. This time it didn't come off as we wanted it, but it's just another chance to learn.
You do everything. You don't skip any steps whenever you're great. You embrace the bad parts, you embrace the good parts, and you put your head down every single day and you do the same thing every single day. That is what's gonna make you great.
They look at us and they think we're perfect, but they don't know what's driving us. People want what you have, but they don't want to endure the suffering. And I always say, let's talk about that part of, my life where my dad died. I was 10. I didn't have a Christmas tree. I was bullied because I didn't have a father. All those things. That's what created my thought process when I go into the gym of that crazy insanity.
The reality is, all of the things that you want are on the other side of everything you don't want to. So you might as well get to work and get the things that you want, because no matter what, the time is going to pass. You might as well have something to show for it.
Your planning is ruining your progress. You think you got to have the perfect thing all laid out, the playbook all written before you do something. But in reality, the only thing that's going to get you closer to the life it is you say you want for yourself is action, because action creates real-time feedback and data from the universe. It tells you what works and what doesn't.
Because the truth is, a righteous man falls down 7 times and he gets up 8. You gotta keep getting up. You gotta keep trying. You have to look at yourself and be upset with yourself that you really don't want it that bad, and you have to tell yourself, no, enough is enough. This is where it ends. This is where the new chapter starts.
This is from David Goggins. It's so easy to be great because most of the world is weak. If you are even remotely a savage, you will run these people over. It's all out there for the taking right now. That's Dana White. Everyone rails against the victim mentality that seems to be sweeping certain areas of the world. I get it, you don't want your town or country or species to go to hell because everyone has forgotten how to take some discomfort or deal with challenges in life. But, on another hand, this rampant fragility is your competitive advantage. The bar has never been set lower.
I'll tell you this from experience. Half the stuff that goes through our head isn't even important. And for some people, they love to fucking drown it. And if they don't have drown,
There ain't no second chance. I'm living at the back of a gym. I'd clean houses during the day. At night time, from like 10 o'clock at night to 3 in the morning, I'd go clean factories. I'm like, I should have a pro card. I should be over America by now. I'm eating baked beans out of a tin. I just remember for like 2 hours I just made myself so depressed, like fuck, put sad songs on it. I got the thing and cut my wrist.
So in 2018, you get out. You're 35, you have no money, you go live with your grandmother. What was your life like at that point?
It was wonderful. I was just proud of myself. I was like, dude, I don't use drugs, I don't drink, I'm not even going out looking for women. I get up every day to work on myself. I was really fucking proud of myself for the first time in my life. And that's all I did was showcase on my Instagram that, hey, I'm just happy with who I am now. And that's what people bought from me.
People who really get far in life, really achieve something, it's not that they're so goal-driven. They don't think, I want to become a master, I want to write this great book. They're actually people who enjoy the process of their work. Like, I enjoy putting the book together, researching it, building it. If all I thought about was the end and getting money and attention, it wouldn't work.
You gotta be an all-the-timer. It's necessary.
Men go through their entire day understanding that if I say the wrong thing, or if I do the wrong thing, there's a potential that that man standing 2 feet away from me might punch me in the fucking face. So I'm gonna be respectful of that man. You know, we might have a disagreement, and I'm gonna say some shit, but I realize that there is a line. There's a line that if I step over, I am risking violence.
So I went into my mental lab and realized, but I want to be great, but I don't have code. I wish them instructors keep on running. I wish the rain where the end is unknown and the distance is unknown. That's when you know who the you are.
And you didn't learn your limitations. I have no limitations.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions. Make the sacrifices. Make the unpopular decisions. And become comfortable in your own skin.
It's the unseen work. I'm out running at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, in the gym, long sessions by myself. I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone.
I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass.
You got to pay a price for winning, but most people aren't willing to pay it. They may pay it once, but literally you got to pay it
every single day. And the crazy part about that is the price changes daily. Just like the stock market goes up and down, the price of winning changes on a daily basis. And you got to be willing to pay that price, whatever it is on that day.
Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline. Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
There's no luck in this game, man. There may be a little bit of luck.
The confidence comes from preparation. You know, so when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing, right? So in those